The main objective is raise awareness in society of the terrible causes that drug use can have for their health and for their environment. In extreme cases, it can even cause death. Introduction. The problem of addictions in our country is very complex and it generates various sensations and emotions such as concern, reaction, and fear, among others. Furthermore, it has several social consequences. To solve this, multiple efforts have been carried out that highlights the work that the individual, the family, and the community can carry out to reduce the risk factors involved in drug use and promote the protective factors to prevent it. Drug use is dangerous. It can damage your brain and body, sometimes permanently. You can hurt those around you, including friends, family, children, and unborn babies. Drug use can also lead to addiction. What are drugs? Drugs are chemicals that can change the way your body and mind work. They include prescription drugs, over-the-counter drugs, alcohol, tobacco, and illegal drugs. What is drug use? Drug use or misuse includes use of illegal substances such as anabolic steroids. Anabolic steroids are synthetic man-made version of testosterone, the main sex hormone in men. It is necessary to develop and maintain the male sexual characteristics such as facial hair, deep voice, and muscle growth. Women have some testosterone in their bodies, but in much smaller amounts. Some bodybuilders and athletes use anabolic steroids to build muscle and improve athletic performance. They can take the steroids by mouth, inject them in the muscle, or apply a gel or cream to the skin. These doses can be 10 to 100 times higher than those used to treat medical conditions. Using them is this way without a prescription from a healthcare provider is not legal or safe. Drug use due to its incidence and the serious consequences that these substances have for health is considered a social problem. Adolescents are one of the most vulnerable groups to drug use. The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime highlights the importance of knowing and understanding why this sector is more prone to consumption as well as the serious risk it entails. To help in the development on state strategies and in the decision making to prevent and act in situations of drugs use in adolescents. According to the study Drug Abuse in Adolescents and Young People and Family Vulnerability, prepared by the UNODC, there is enough epidemiological information to sustain the puberty and adolescents are the most vulnerable to the consumption of legal and illegal substances and medical drugs. Given that their identify it is a state of formation. The misuse of anabolic steroids especially over a long period of time, has been linked to many health problems, including acne, delayed growth of adolescents, high blood pressures, changes in cholesterol, heart problems, including heart attack, liver disease, including cancer, kidney damage, aggressive behavior. In men, it can also cause hair loss, breast growth, low sperm count, and infertility, shrinking of the testicles. In women, it can also cause change in the menstrual cycle, growth of body and facial hair, male pattern baldness, deep voice, etc. So now, different drugs. The club drugs. Club drugs are a group of psychoactive drugs. They act on the central nervous system and can cause changes in mood, consciousness, and behavior. Young adults often use these substances in bars, concerts, nightclubs, and parties. Like most drugs, they have nicknames that change over time or are different in different areas of the country. We also have cocaine. Cocaine is a white powder. It can be inhaled through the nose or mixed with water and injected with a needle. Cocaine can also be turned into a little white rocks called crack. The crack is smoked in a small glass pipe. Cocaine speeds up your whole body. You can feel energetic, happy, and excited, but then your mood may change. You may feel angry, nervous, and fearful that someone is trying to hurt you. You can do things that don't make sense after the high after using cocaine wears off. You may crash and feel tired and sad for days. It also causes a strong desire to take the drug again to try to feel better. We also have heroin. Heroin is a white or brown powder or black sticky substance. It is an opioid drug derived from morphine, a natural substance in the cocoon of the Asian poppy or poppy. It can be mixed with water and injected with a needle. Heroin can also be smoked or snorted through the nose. All of these ways of using heroin send it to the brain very fast, making it very addictive. The main health problems for heroin include miscarriage, heart infections, and death from overdose. People who inject the People who inject the drug are also at risk for infectious diseases, including HIV, AIDS, and hepatitis. Inhalants. Inhalants are substances that people inhale to get high. There are all other substances that people can inhale, such as alcohol, but they are not called inhalates because they can also be used in other ways. Inhalates are substances that you can only misuse by inhalating them. Using inhalating to try to get high, even once, can be very harmful to your brain and body and can even lead to death. Inhalates are often easily purchased products that can be found in the home or workplace. They contain dangerous substances that have psychoactive, mind-altering properties when inhaled. There are four main types of inhalates: solvents, aerosols, gases, and nitrates. Marijuana is a green, brown, or gray mixture or dried, shredded part of the marijuana plant. The plant contains chemicals that act in the brain and can change your mood or consciousness. Marijuana can cause both short-term and long-term effects. The short-term, under the influences of the drug, you can experience altered senses such as seeing brighter colors, altered senses of time such as minutes that seems like hours, changes in mood, problems with body movement, problems with thinking, problems solving and memory, increased appetite. The in the long term, marijuana can cause health problems such as problems with brain development. People who started using marijuana in their teens may have trouble thinking, remembering, and learning. Coughing and breathing problems if you smoke marijuana frequently. Children development problems during and after pregnancy if a woman smokes marijuana during pregnancies. Metamorphine, misuse of prescription drugs including opioids. This means taking medications in a different way than prescribed by your healthcare professional. It includes taking a medicine prescribed for someone else, take a higher dose than recommended, use the medicine in a different way than you should. For example, instead of swallowing your tablets, you can crush them and then snort inject them. Using the medicine for another purpose, such as getting high. Misuse of over-the-counter drugs, including using them for another purpose and using them in a different way than they are supposed to. So in conclusion, drug use is harmful to health. People cannot live without it and they become dependent on it. We must not fall into any temptation since it will be very difficult to get out of that world, although not impossible. Those who have addictions and have families should come to help, and most of these people are noticed that they are addicts. Therefore, the family members should help them and take them to space specialists.